So Tiernan, we're speaking to you after a 3-0 home win against Dergview. Happy with the attitude and application of the players today?
Yeah, delighted. It's nice to get back to winning ways. I was looking over my shoulder there for a couple of weeks, thinking maybe I was under a little bit of pressure. But and I think that it's always difficult for teams that once you get the last couple of games and on paper you've nothing to play for, but after a conversation with Kenny, we've everything to play for, and it was important that we showed good professionalism, and I thought we done that today. And the boys worked very, very hard. Their commitment was good, their effort was good, and they reaped their rewards.
Dergview, obviously a team playing for their lives at the bottom of the division, but if you looked at the two teams out there, it was probably difficult to tell which team was playing for its lives and which team maybe didn't have anything to play for in terms of league position.
Well, that's what we were very conscious about, and we talked about before the game that if we didn't apply ourselves properly, then we could have came away with egg in our face. But thankfully they did. They were very professional in our approach to the game, which was great, and they played some really, really good football at times. They're really exciting to watch. David Scullions and Marty Donnelly's going around corners and running off the ball, and hopefully give the fans, who were absolutely superb today again, a little taste of what we're going to get next year.
Yes, obviously it was the last game played on Inver Park on grass, and there was a big crowd to come out and see the match. So they'll have gone home entertained after watching the likes of Scullion and Martin Donnelly.
Yeah, I think this is actually a good opportunity for me, because to say thank you to the fans on behalf of myself and the staff and the players. They have been absolutely phenomenal this year, and nothing gave me more heart than standing on that sideline in the semi-final against Coleraine with 1,700 Larne folk behind you, and I hope that we can repay them for all that they've done for us this year, and I hope next year that when we get to this stage in the season that they've a lot more to cheer about.
And obviously this is the first time we've had a chance to speak to you after the signing of Jeff Hughes. What would you like to tell the fans about Jeff?
It was a really, really strange one, because I've been talking to Jeff now for about 6 or 7 weeks on and off, and he was the easiest signing of them all. He was kind of trying to convince me about signing for Larne, which was fantastic. He's a top lad. He's a top professional. There'll be no motivating Jeff next year in any games. He's a real Larne boy through and through, and I think he's going to bring so much to the party next year, on and off the field. And personally, I can't wait to get working with them, and I know the boys have all been texting him and getting in touch with him and looking forward to working with him. So I think that'll be a big one for us.
It's fair to say there might be some more ins and outs. What are you looking for in terms of players that you're going to bring in for next season?
I think it's a combination of a little bit of youth and a little bit more experience. I think what people need to realise now, that what comes with playing for Larne is pressure, especially next year, where people are now going to be expecting us, because of the team that we have, that you have to win every game, and we have to set out to win absolutely every game next year. It's not going to be easy. It's a really difficult league. Teams are going to make it really difficult against us, so we have to be very careful with our recruitment, and it's important that we get the right people as well as the right players. There's a lot going on at the club, both on the pitch and off the pitch, and we want to do a lot for the town and the community, and we want people that are going to buy into what we're doing.
Do you think maybe the last sort of few results, where they haven't been maybe as good as during the long run of wins that we had, that maybe gives the players a bit of an insight as to what this league's going to be like next year, and what might happen if you don't sort of match the work rate and match the commitment of the opposition that you face week by week next year?
Well, I think it's definitely fair to say that the Championships are a really, really difficult league, and every single team that goes out there, they go out with 100%, and they never make it easy for you. I'm hoping that next year with the new pitch will be a little bit more of a leveler for us, because we want to play a little bit of football, but our boys are under no illusions that it's going to be easy. We will have to roll our sleeves up in every single game, and the first thing we'll have to do every Saturday next year is firstly go and win the war, and once we do that, then we'll get to play our football, hopefully.
2 games left, against Dergview again on Tuesday night, and then away to Larne Celtic next week, who are already relegated. What are you looking for from the last 2 games of the season?
Wins, first and foremost. Secondly, I think it's also important that I talk about the 3 boys today, the three academy lads who came on, and how well they done. They worked so hard when they get on that pitch, and that's what we want. We want our first teamers to be putting in the same effort and commitment and desire as those 3 boys. That looked like it meant everything to them. Hopefully we can get them a little bit more game time over the next 2 games, and we can go out with a little bit of a bang.
Perfect, Tiernan, thanks very much.
Thank you.
I'm coming.